Hustling and grinding, don't know where to go. Emerald Coast board, got the knowledge flow. Whispers in the wind, strategies unfold. Business blueprint like a pirate's code.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Tab Lab with your host Mickey Kilburn and myself Neil Grosshider to give you guys some awesome business insight, a little bit of banter, and some great old man wisdom at the end that's always valuable. I find value out of it, and I know everybody else does as well, even though it's coming from an old crusty guy. It's still good. It's still good. But
it's because it's Navy wisdom. That's why.
I don't know if that's it. It's probably all the things he messed up in life and just helps us out with along his journey in our way.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. You're welcome. But today we are going to talk about something that you really don't find in like business books or business schools or anything like that, because that's what the Tab Lab is all about. We don't talk about just the normal things. Like I know we have talked about the vision statement, the mission statement, all those fun, boring corporate fun things. But today we're going to talk about something that is actually, I don't know, we experience it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody thinks of it as an issue until you actually stop and look at it, or something that you need to focus on and need to think about. And it's just not something you think of. But when we actually started talking about this kind of stuff, it was like, oh my gosh, this not only affects the owner of any company, but it affects the employees, it affects the customers, it affects the families.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to talk about today? Yeah, we are going to talk about the changing of seasons. Now that we're not just talking about, oh, it's snowy here in Florida because, you know, snowpocalypse and everything, to springtime to where there's nice, beautiful flowers, and then the summertime where you can't even drive because beach traffic and tourists are taking over, to our so-called fall. No, we are talking about the changing of seasons in the business world.
I can't believe you brought up snow, Neil. I can't believe you brought that. You know what is? You know, today is 6 months to the day when we got that snow.
Is it really?
It is exactly 6 months.
Can you believe we had over 9 inches at our house?
We had 12.
Like, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. Yeah. But awesome at the same time. It totally took me back to childhood.
It did. We took lots of pictures.
Yeah. We even made snow ice cream, which is amazing.
We made snow. I haven't
done that in a long time. Ah, yeah. There you go. Yep. I love doing that. But today, with the changing of the seasons, school is starting, or school has started for some schools, and some schools are getting ready to start.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal.
It is.
And it's like it's the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to kind of get into today. Because, you know, as kids are going back to school, as, you know, your commute to work just got packed because now there's a school bus and all these people are trying to get their kids to school at a specific time, and now you're late for work. That's a little bit of an impact. What about the family life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is happening with that stuff now? And then as a business, what's happening with your employees? They have kids. They're going back to school. So we get into this change of season that's going to lead us to a lot more here in the next few months that, you know, we're ready for. We know it's coming because it happens every single year, but we don't talk about the business aspect. We don't talk about the implications of this.
Yeah.
Which absolutely. I think is something vital to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, those 7:30 coffee meetings that you have. Now it's not 7:30 because somebody's taking Elle to school today. So she's got to go, and you're not going to stop and have a meeting with Elle. So it's time to take her to school.
Yep, that's exactly right. So all of a sudden my schedule changes, and then guess what happens in the afternoon? Oh, crap. I have to be done by 3.
Yep.
Because I got to pick her up.
Mm-hmm. And then the dreaded, as the winter comes, we are in school, and now my child is sick, and I have to leave in the middle of the day and go get my child because they just threw up on the teacher.
Those little petri dishes, man.
Yep.
That's all they are.
Yep.
But like I know you remember this
Hmm.
because you have, I mean, you still have 3 kids in the house.
I do. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that
That's
is definitely one of those things. And my oldest daughter at home is in college. And when she goes to school, I think, oh, that doesn't affect me. But my commute into town goes right by her college. And all of those college kids are trying to get on the campus.
yep.
And I know you've known because I hadn't planned for it. And I'll be sending that text, Neil, I forgot about college traffic. I'm going to be a few minutes late.
I'll be a little late.
Yeah, and then I'll get that same text back going, that's okay. I'm behind a school bus.
Yep. Exactly. It's
Mhm.
like this whole change of season, it doesn't just affect, our daily lives, but like when we start getting into the business of things,
Mhm.
we start seeing things change and happen. So I like to use real estate for like all of my examples because it's very relatable and people understand and know it. But like Mickey, right now is now a good time to sell a house, like a residential
Uh,
house in a school zone, like near a good school zone.
no, because everybody's already made their moves for the year.
Yep. It's change of the season.
Yeah. Is it a good time to sell your condo, Neil?
It's a great time to start selling your condo. Because people don't sell condos in the summer when they're getting money from renters coming in,
Right.
having their wonderful vacation. But after Labor Day, they're not getting as much rental income. And hey, let's put it up for the market.
Yep.
Let's sell
Absolutely.
it.
Hmm.
But residential homes don't do that. So this whole change of the season, it doesn't just affect like, our family lives, but it starts controlling our revenue streams
Hmm.
for businesses. And not only that, for like the business owner, because they're thinking strategically, oh crap, we're getting into, school season and the holidays, then New Year's, then oh my gosh, what just happened? But it's okay, well, this is that revenue stream that we're relying on, and we know it's going to be slow. Now what do we do?
Hmm.
But then your employees, hey, I got a sick kid. I
Yep.
got to take off work, boss. Oh crap, now we're behind.
Yep.
Now we're juggling more than what we planned on
Hmm.
going
And
forward.
seasons aren't just seasonal weather, they're
No.
seasons in our life as well. Like my wife just had a major surgery and has been home. She just went back 2 weeks now back, but she was home for 3 months. That impacted my business, huge impact, because not only do I have to be a husband now, I'm a caretaker for her, I got my kids, and then I'm trying to run business on top of that. So it wasn't just the season for school. I mean, that season of my life, it's impactful in my business as well.
So you bring up a really good point because I mean, that's something that you have to do, right?
Yes.
It's for your family, you have to do it. So how did you manage and juggle all of that change of season? You kind of knew it was coming. You may not have known the huge impact it was going to have. So how did you juggle it, like getting ready for it and then while it was happening?
Right. Well, life happens and your calendar doesn't care, right? So I had planned. Actually,
Valid point.
believe it or not, part of my vision, we just talked about that in our last podcast, is to get my wife working with me. And
Yep.
so for us, when we started this, we thought, oh, she'll be down for, 6 weeks or so. And then, hey, let's work on our business together. We'll work on all these things together. And that didn't happen. She had a setback. And it actually worked the opposite. We didn't even get to work on the business together. I had to take care of her,
Oh my
and it,
gosh.
it was a big impact. I planned for this, like the physical therapy. It was on my calendar. Neil saw it. So we couldn't schedule meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays because she was doing physical therapy. And then on top of that, there was a couple times where she had bad days and I had to call you and say, "Hey, Neil, I'm not going to be able to make this meeting today." Those were unexpected. Even though I tried to plan, put this on the calendar, life doesn't care about my calendar. Life says it's going to happen this way, whether you want it to or not.
Man, I love that. Your calendar, your life doesn't care what your calendar has.
That's right.
I think that is Like that is some good old man wisdom right
It
there.
is. There you go. Woohoo! I'm gonna start charging you $5 for old man wisdom each time.
Oh man, I'm gonna get so poor.
Yep.
But that's something that we never really consider. Like,
No.
like life happens, just like you said. And what do we have to do then?
Yeah.
Who do we have that can help us with that? Thankfully, we have such a good relationship and we work really, really well together that it's okay. If you can't make it, it's okay. Or if I can't make it, I have full faith you have it covered. I'm not
Yeah.
concerned. But what
Yeah.
about those owners out there that don't have that?
Yeah.
What about those business owners?
Those are the ones that are going to be, that need to, when they don't have this plan, they don't have their number two trained up, which
Hmm.
is something that we talk about consistently. Your number two needs to be able to be your number one when you
Yep.
have those. I mean, Neil, you know this last summer, you had unexpected things happen in your life
Yep.
that took you out of town, out of state. You weren't even
Hmm.
here, and you had to rely on Tara and I both to fill those gaps for you. And
Yeah.
if you don't have that support system in place, then you need to get those in place. And the other thing on that too, Neil, is not just, it's something for us to remember too, because a lot of times we focus central in ourselves and we
Yeah.
don't think about others around us. The people you work with could be going through those things too. Your
That's
vendors,
really
your
important.
employees, your friends. And that kind of leads into that. If somebody doesn't come to a meeting, give them the benefit of the doubt because they may have some stuff going on that you don't even know anything about. So
I
it's
mean,
important.
well, it's huge. They could have a huge change of season in their life
Absolutely.
that, it didn't make it to you. And there's good reasons why it didn't make it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so how do we manage that? How do we go through that? Because these changes, man, some happen all of a sudden, some we plan on happening,
Mm-hmm.
and we can try to prevent, some of the slow seasons or some of the implications that can happen whenever, it is a slow season. We know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these times, they're life events that get us. And you're exactly right. If you don't have like a good support network
Mm-hmm.
for both personally and professionally, it's so difficult. Like we were so lucky, like you brought up like earlier this summer when we had a whole bunch of things going on personally in our lives that I relied on you and Tara. Like I didn't touch tab at all for like the entire month of May. I was out. But personally, we had people in our lives as well that could help us. And we were so blessed because, again, like going back to your saying, life doesn't care about your calendar.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some, like Elle's best friend, her parents took her in when we had to go out of state.
Mm-hmm.
And they took care of her for over a weekend. And it was like, we didn't ask them to do that. They said, we will take Elle. It did not go with their calendar at all because they actually had big family things going on. Like it was their baby was getting baptized that Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And Elle is in the family pictures. And they didn't
That's
even,
awesome, though. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was amazing. But they didn't tell us because they were like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't fit with their calendar to have, not a family member in the family pictures or to
Mm-hmm.
take care of another mouth to feed. They were there to support us. And that's something that people don't have that support network. It's vital for their business and for their personal life.
Mm-hmm. You know, you bring up a topic there, with calendars. Let's talk about calendars for a minute.
Love calendar.
I know you do. I know I can see you getting excited. I can see it in your eyes. But here we are, like school started and
Yep.
fall break's coming up, and you are trying to work your calendar all around fall break, like you're trying to schedule a NASA launch. You're going crazy scheduling all that. What are some tips and tricks that you can do with your calendar to try to help you navigate these different things that happen, like a sickness or something that comes up
Yes.
unexpectedly? What can we do for that?
So there is this awesome technique. It's part of time blocking, and I know everybody knows about time blocking, and I'm not going to get into all the fun things about time blocking because I could use this entire podcast just to talk about time blocking.
He
But
could.
one
He
of the
could.
one of yeah, I'm a nerd. But one of the aspects of time blocking, one of the techniques within it is called flex time. And flex time is this really cool way to use your time to help manage those unexpected things that happen, those unexpected life things that happen or work things that happen. So, what you do is you pretty much set a block of time on your calendar. It can be half an hour, it could be 2 hours, it could be half a day, whatever it is, just called flex time. And it can move around on your calendar as needed, but it's there every single day. And when you need to play catch up or when something unexpected happens, you can shift that flex time to pretty much assume whatever that was to basically acts as a cushion. So I like to use it for like, again, going back to real estate examples, like we always talk about, but nothing in the real estate world ever happens until like 4. Like you could give somebody something at like 5 a.m. and they're like, yeah, I'll get it back to you like mid morning. They will get it back to you and need stuff from you at like 4:30. It
Mhm.
is inevitable. It happens for everything. So I recommend, and I recommended this to Mickey a while ago, set your flex time to like 3:30 to 4:30 or from 4 to 5 because don't schedule stuff there because you know something is going to pop up and you need that cushion of time to pretty much assume these extra tasks or assume whatever's happening in life to get that stuff done.
Yep.
And this flex time can truly help you with these unexpected, season changes. Kids sick, crap. We can't expect that to happen. But if you need to go pick them up and take them somewhere, you now have an hour built into your day that you wouldn't ever have done. And
Mhm.
like, as for Tab, I use on Fridays, the last half of the day on Friday from noon to 5 is flex time for me. Sometimes I'm actually doing a bunch of work and it's just a way to be like, okay, let me catch up from the week so I'm not stressed over the weekend. Other times it's, hey, Mickey, you want to go grab a beer?
Yeah.
I got the rest of the day off. And Mickey's like, no, I can't. I have work to do. I'm like, that sucks. You should have probably scheduled some flex time in there.
Uh-huh.
That's how you can use flex time.
Yeah. I
And
love
the other
flex time. I
Well,
love
and
it.
the other reason with that is L school, they have so many half days on Fridays.
Mhm.
So that was like the main reason I did. I was like, crap, I'm having to take off like half day, like every other week on Friday just to go pick L up from school. I'm just going to make this a standard thing.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. And that's a great way. It gives you time and you can move that around as you need to. And Neil's a time management nerd. He's constantly talking to me about time management and getting your time back. That's a better way of saying it than time management is getting your time back because it really does.
it
And
does.
since I have put in that flex time, it has definitely helped me because you never know and what's going to happen. And you have that flex time. Like, I want to go see this house. It's 4 o'clock now, and you got to go. You got to.
Mhm.
That's flex time, and it works really good. I love it. I love that. For that time period because it helps you get back on track. Because we all have
It
those things
does.
that are just going to interject in our lives that don't care about our calendar. They're just going to say, "Hey, guess what? It's time to go do this. You got to go do that."
Yeah. And I mean, it goes right back to these seasonal changes, right? These
Mhm.
things start happening and these things start changing. And how do we manage those things? So we've been harping a lot on going back to school starting up,
Mhm.
but right around the corner, we have the holidays,
Yep.
Thanksgiving coming. I mean, it's Christmas in July.
Yep.
When it's July, right? Like we're so close to that aspect. Christmas is happening sooner rather than later. Like we
Mhm.
know it's coming. Then it's the New Year's, and then guess what? It's January, and then we're all hyped up for our business. But what happened? Like you said at the beginning, like what's happening with this area of our business?
Yeah. You know,
Like,
we make all these goals these in January, that we make them all on our when we're all up hyped up on our caffeine buzz, trying to set goals where we're going to knock out, we're going to close 5 houses a month, or we're going to get 10 new tab members next month, and all these things. And then we start scrolling to the end of the year and we're like, oh, we're not meeting all our goals. And then we go into that panic mode. But there's sometimes when you have those things, those slowdowns, we need to embrace that pause, wouldn't you think?
I do. Like, what do you recommend we fill that pause with?
Well, when you have those times, okay, don't get excited. But when
I'm
you
sorry.
have those slowdowns, you can work on your SOPs. I knew you were going to get excited
Love
about
me
it.
some SOPs, baby.
It's time for you to, you can work on the business more when you didn't get to. When you were going 90 to nothing working in the business and all these other things, you have a slow period where you can work on the business.
Working on the business is vital.
It
That's
is.
what we're all about. And kind of tying it back into what we were talking about before with all the support, training up that number two.
Mhm.
When's a perfect time to train a number two?
Absolutely. That's perfect time.
You have these slowdown periods. So, like, businesses experience this ebb and flow all the time. Like, we talked about real estate having this ebb and flow. It's a constant ebb and flow type process. But when you know you're getting in to like the valleys, you know it's going to be a slow time. What can we do to make it like impactful for us? So if you have no other revenue streams and you know it's going to be a valley, you know you guys are going to be slow. What can we do then to say, okay, these are the projects, these are the things we've been needing to work on, or SOPs, let's update them. Let's go for those.
Yeah.
Let's get those, more in sync with what we're doing now, kind of thing, or let's train these people up because we now have the time. But what can companies do that, let's say they have multiple revenue streams?
Mhm.
Like, what happens when one revenue stream starts hitting a valley? What can we do with the other ones?
That's right. You can start picking those up, and you can even start farming during this time when you have that slow time. You can start trying to get a third stream of coming in.
Yes.
Those downtimes can be valuable to pick up your business and focus on meeting new people and going out and getting out and doing more coffee meetings and stuff like that.
I mean, you're just spreading the name, right?
That's right.
You're spreading your brand awareness. You're taking that time and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and on that, going back to the school time,
Mm-hmm.
now you're looking at, kids are in school, they're going into sports, cheerleading or other things. This is, you're going to these events. Like my daughter, Hannah, was a band nerd. She did all these band events, did all these things. We would travel all over for these events, and they start at 6 in the morning and end at midnight. That's a huge calendar break. But one of the things that you can do to embrace that is if you're going to be there anyway, why not sponsor it?
Yeah, get your name out there.
That's right. Not only is your name out there, you're on there, your logo's there, but you're there doing the event. You're in the community.
Present.
You're present
Yes.
there. Yes. It's perfect opportunity for that.
And that, especially in our area, is a big thing. Like being involved in the community and actually being part of the community
Hmm.
is something that is very impactful for customers. Like if
Yep.
they see you out there and they know that you own whatever business it is, but then they see you volunteering at these kids' sporting events or cheerleadings or band events, all these different things, then
Hmm.
they know, like, oh man, not only do they sponsor it, but they're here.
Yeah.
Like they are truly present and they care about the community. And I think that's a big thing for this area.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely. This is definitely, gallery nights and things that we have here locally, that the festivals that you can sponsor, but you're there and you're present in it. And it's, the chamber events is another type of thing where you're involved in that and you're part of that and people see it. And, we are in the South. What is a big thing every year here? Football. Being at the
Mhm.
football games, volunteering at the football games, not just sitting there, but volunteering. You could be in the concession stand helping people get their hot dogs. And you're
Yep.
sitting there with your nice little football shirt on with your logo on it or logo on the back on it or whatever. I mean, it's just all fantastic stuff. You're doing what you need to do because life matters. and you need to be part of that. But at the same time, why not promote your business a little bit at the same time?
That's exactly right. Like that's stuff that we have to do and we have to stop and think about because this changing of the seasons, man, it's not just about going to school. It's not just about these life things happening. It's about how we use the change of seasons to kind of help us and help our business and help us, mentally and personally move forward with these things.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, talk about a little bit. I must throw out some old man wisdom. Get ready for it.
Love me. Love me.
Here he goes. Are you ready? But
Ready.
your business needs you and your life. They are not competitors. They work together. One can't dominate the other.
That is so true. That is very much what we're about. Like working, like we've talked about before, that three-legged stool.
Absolutely.
That is 100% it. They have to work together. The business has to have you to survive.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And
Man,
that's what's
that's-
that?
you should start writing some fortune cookies, sir.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Old man wisdom fortune cookies. Does that sound like a good business?
I mean, maybe like beer bottle caps.
No, wait. I got it.
Uh-oh.
Taco wrappers. Taco wrappers.
Perfect. Old man wisdom taco wrappers.
World
Yes.
peace, baby. World peace.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
And it's important to know too that, when we go through these ebbs and flows, as you said, that not everything in our business has to be 90 to nothing. Progress is progress. Whether it's moving, you're slamming 10 deals in 1 month, or whether you're doing one deal and you're writing a bunch of SOPs and training up your number 2. That's all progress. It may not look like it because it's not hitting that bottom line now, but when you go out for a month and your number 2 is taking over, that bottom line doesn't go down to the bottom.
Yep. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. So we have to prepare for these changes of seasons just by even knowing that they exist and understanding what we're going to do when they happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just knowing is huge. So that's why I think this topic is extremely important because, again, this is not something they teach you in business school. It's not something you learn from anywhere besides experience. And I think the more knowledge is out there about this specific topic of just understanding the existence of it and kind of how to manage and cope with it, the better off, people will be, these entrepreneurs will be for their, not just their business, but like you said, their life.
Yeah.
To help them through.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because it does no good to have a business that's thriving and you have no life.
Yep.
We talked about that before.
What's the point?
Yep.
But that is all the time we have today. So thank you guys so much for, tuning in and listening to the Tab Lab with Mickey Kilburn and myself, Neil Grossider. If you guys have topics you want us to talk about, please leave a comment. We love the comments. They're great. Or send us an email at info@tabemeraldcoast.com, and we will get back to you and play with some of these awesome topics. So anything else, any parting shots?
Just remember that it's a season, not a sentence. Your momentum's not lost. You're just wearing your flip-flops right now.
Ooh, I like that. Man,
that fits our coastal vibe, don't it?
That is old man wisdom coming at us left and right. Yep. I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Hustling and grinding, don't know where to go. Emerald Coast board, got the knowledge flow. Whispers in the wind, strategies unfold. Business blueprint like a pirate's code.